Sunday.
Well, this is now Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday was our day of relaxation. Just a small profile of things to do.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
But we ended up going to the Mount of Beatitudes, and that was an awesome place. We had a short time there, and we had basically a worship service there, and Pastor Gary spoke and he read from the Bible. And we set off across the lake to Engev, which is
on the eastern shore.
If you will, on the eastern shore.
Yeah.
And so we motored off, and it was really flat calm, no breeze at all really to speak of, and the sun was doing some wonderful things through the clouds with the beams setting down, and it was that was really awesome. Then they get to the middle of the Sea of Galilee, and they shut the engines off, and then it's time to just have a little devotional time, a little spiritual session together with everyone.
So that was great devotion,
and
we had from
as a boater, that was just something that inspired me to come forward and say a little something there, and I was really honored and humbled to be able to have that opportunity. And
I want to see a Galilee, yeah. So.
Yeah.
And we had some worship time.
Yeah. The crew on the boat were quite amazing. They got on the boat, they raised the Union Jack. I mean, the Bermuda flag isn't that easy to get around over here. And they played the God Save the Queen, and we all stood for that, and then off we went, and then I guess they read the crowds pretty good, so they played some really good inspirational music for us, the kind that got us clapping, and we knew the words. That was some interesting times there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the engines did start again, unlike the bus that we never spoke about.
Oh, right. What was that?
Oh, breakdown.
That was coming out
What was that?
Sunday, Mount of Beatitudes.
Yes, Sunday, you're right, yeah. Our bus broke down,
Yeah.
which is exciting, and we pushed it.
And our trusty driver managed to get us going.
Yeah.
So
we were banging on the battery terminals with rocks and all that to try to get a good connection because things weren't working. But yeah, we pushed the bus and the bus kick-started and off we went. No windshield wipers or anything. Yeah, can you imagine kick-starting a bus that can hold 60 passengers?
We kick-started the bus.
We made them get off first, but still, yeah.
Absolutely.
That was that. Anyway, the boat started first time, and then off we went again, and we continued to sing songs, and it was dancing. And it was a real awesome time out there. And it gave people pause for reflection, time to really think about that. I think we all enjoyed that.
Yep, we had fish at
St. Peter's fish?
Yeah, we had St. Peter's fish. Now this was interesting because we'd had some fish before, some of us the other day, but we did filet. This was the real little fish,
Wonderful.
and I guess deep fried, fins, dorsals, everything, you know, pectoral, everything was there. And there were some adventurous ones who really pulled apart the head. You didn't do that.
I did not eat the head. Actually, I've determined that I will not eat fish that's not filleted anymore. I eat filleted fish. We just don't have to anymore.
With that fish, you didn't need a toothpick afterwards.
It's just like eating grapes with seeds. I'm not doing that anymore.
No,
it doesn't make any sense.
But
we have seedless grapes.
It was but it was a really good fish dinner. I think maybe one or two people had non-fish, but hey, that's up to them. And
then down to the River Jordan.
The Jordan River, yeah.
There was
Congratulations
9
today.
of us.
That was great today.
Well, hey,
Congratulations. Baptized for the first time today?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been baptized, full immersion, and it was, we had 9 of us there, and 8 were rededications, and myself, it was my first time. And my first time, I said, I want the River Jordan, I want the real thing. I was just overwhelmed with emotion there. That was really
And you still had enough composure to baptize our senior pastor today.
That was
wonderful.
Amazing.
That's great.
But I had spoken to him. I'd said, well, when did you get baptized in the River Jordan? He says, well, I haven't. And we left that conversation alone, and then he called me over after we'd finished, and he said, Kirk, would you baptize me? Pastor Gary said. So there I am. I'm baptizing the senior pastor of our church. That's just amazing. Anyway, that really did it. It was just phenomenal, awesome. We drove back, so we did a complete circuit of the Sea of Galilee today. And we got back, and we had a little time with everyone together and listened to some songs. You know, Pastor Eversley composed a song while we were out there. Just absolutely awesome. So we had a good time there. And this is going to cause my hair to frizz. You realize that?
Okay, I think the rain's telling us it's a wrap, right?
I think that's it.
I think that's a wrap.
probably Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
that's
Anything else
from
we
us.
need to say? No. Thank you all, Bermuda. Glad you're all watching us there on YouTube and any other method. And we'll see you at the next edition. Good night.